All right, guys. So I know I've been kind of sporadic in my videos as of late, but I have been in New York for a while. I still am in New York. And between this video and one I did yesterday, but just didn't get to post, so I'll get that out later today. But yeah, so I wanted to make time for this because my friend Jason, I was actually at the Bronx Zoo today, and I basically got a message from Jason Voorhees 2011, who told me, "Hey, you called it." And I'm like, "Called what?" And he said, "Joshua Williamson's writing The Wolfman." Now, if you guys remember when I was talking about the last few Universal Monster comics that were coming out, I was kind of pitching like what writers I'd like to see. Um, and Joshua Williamson was my pick for The Wolfman. And lo and behold, Joshua Williamson is writing The Wolfman, or rather a Wolfman sequel. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a really cool pick. That was my pick for it, and it's It's going to be a direct sequel. We haven't really had sequels to a lot of the Universal Monster in the Universal Monster comics. They've been mostly like sister stories to the original movies, outside of Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives. So this will be the second one. I imagine, because the last one is Bride of Frankenstein. And Bride of Frankenstein is either going to be, I wonder if it's going to be a sequel or a sister story, like how they built the bride. I kind of want it to be more of a sequel than anything else. I'd also like to see Karina Becco write that comic. If it's not too much trouble, I would genuinely prefer to see Karina Becco write that comic, if it's all the same to everyone. So, Blood of the Wolfman is, like I said, the direct sequel to the Wolfman comic, the movie, the 1943 one. So if you guys, but I'm curious as to see where this is going to go. I'm very curious to see where and how this is going to play out in terms of like canonicity, because like, there's a few routes we could go. This could be like, well, let's actually talk about the story. The story is that a college in the 1950s, I believe, is slaughtered. Like a fraternity is slaughtered, and one guy is left, and he's left with the curse of the werewolf. Now, they didn't make it in the comic. They didn't make any reference to. They didn't make any reference to Lawrence Talbot. They didn't make any reference to the original Wolfman. But I imagine they have to like do some kind of reference to the original Wolfman in this storyline. Like there has to be some crossover with the two. But yeah, so I am genuinely curious if we are going to be doing that at some point, is just having Larry Talbot show up at all. Because like remember, Larry gets resurrected. He gets resurrected a few times. It's very hard. So I wonder if Talbot was Larry Talbot was the werewolf that bites the new guy. So I wonder where this in continuity is, if that's the case. Are they going to say like, because remember, he gets resurrected in Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and in there, they basically say like, yeah, the moonlight brought Larry back. So I wonder if this is going to take place if this is a direct sequel, if this is going to take place between between Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman and House of Frankenstein. Or it could be like Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman is a pretty concise and tight-knit story, so it's probably more of the latter than the former, that this is probably going to be in between if it is a sequel, or if they reference the Wolfman at all. But then again, I feel like you have to, because like these are direct crossovers with them. I would be shocked if they don't mention Talbot at all. That's what actually would genuinely shock me, if we do not in any way, shape, or form reference Talbot. I also find it funny find it not funny, haha, but more like interesting funny, that they're announcing this so soon, because they usually wait until the Universal Monster comic that's going on at the moment is done. So I don't think, Phantom is on its second issue, I believe. So yeah, I'm genuinely surprised that we got the announcement of the Wolfman even while Phantom is going on, because they usually wait until the first that the current Universal Monster comic that's going on is done first. So I'm like, huh. I wonder if like they're gonna do that next. If like when Blood of the Wolfman is going to um if Blood of the Wolfman is going to get like his comic next, like if that's going to be the next bit, if like Bride of Frankenstein is going to finally get her. Well, obviously she's the last one. Yeah, she's obviously the last one, which I'm surprised they waited this long for. Um, I'm genuinely shocked that there is a there is a that the Bride of Frankenstein is going to be the last monster. So I wonder if there's a reason for that. If there's like a genuine like thought process behind that. I am also curious to see if we are going to be getting because I did a video on this not too long ago talking about like the Universal brand, and there was an in like a Q&A in one of the the back parts of the Phantom comic. Essentially, they said we would like to keep going with it, but after the first several Universal Monster comics, we would like to keep the title going and still keep the comic line continuing with other monsters. So could we be getting like the Mole Man, Tarantula, the Deadly Mantis, This Island Earth? It came from outer space. I would hope, like they have been, like I've said before, these comics have been selling incredibly well. So I am I'm hopeful that after Bride, Universal just says, you're done. I also would not mind if we got other comics that reference like Son of Dracula, the Mummy, the Karas Mummy movies. I would love to see like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, kind of like a sister story to that. Maybe even like a bigger fight. That'd be nice. I would also love to see like, you know, if they're going to if they're going to reference the other Universal Monster sequels as well. But we will see. For right now, I am excited. And again, pick up the phone because I called it from the get-go that Joshua Williamson would do a Wolfman comic. So here we are. Here we are with Blood of the Wolfman. I can't wait for it. I think it comes out later this year, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of the Wolfman comic coming next? Do you think it'll reference Larry Talbot? Do you think we'll get anything with Larry himself? Do you think we'll get, and do you think we'll reference the other stuff? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.